was a funny tax joke. I mean, taxes are no fun. Nobody wants to hear jokes about taxes. I've been using TurboTax. That was the first software I ever used to do my taxes, and I did save a bundle, I have to admit. When you're on TurboTax, you can just, make up reasons, I usually claim about, 50% of everything I spend, so, you feel, it's kind of like the confessional, like, oh, oh, Father, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 365 days since my last confession. Yes, my son, please tell me what it is that you've done that's so wrong. Well, well, Father. Well, Father, this year I got robbed. Everything I earned this year, I was robbed, and I filed a police report, and they didn't do anything, so I never got the money back. Well, I expanded my home, and I have a home business, a home business, and about half of my money is spent looking for a job because I'm always unemployed, so I got to write that off. And then, as it turns out, it's extraordinarily important that you realize, Father, that I have absolutely no assets. So anything that I collected last year from the government, that's not really income anyway. So I did manage to eat and survive. If you're wondering if it's possible to eat and survive on $1,500 Hope tax credit, that was great back in 2003. But this year I see that your tax code has been updated, and oh, by the way, I used TurboTax, so that was $40, and all those, all that cash I took out of the ATM, we're not really sure where that went. I hope you can forgive me, Father, because what's a guy to do in these day and age? I make less than $50,000 a year anyway, so maybe it's a good idea if you, take a look at, my bank records or something. I'd be happy to send you copies of them with everything outlined and highlighted. I did manage to write off this highlighter so I could write down all the information there. Anyway, Father, bless me, please, Father. Then the father comes back, Well, my son, it's 1995 for the state and 1595 for the federal government. There was $37.50 that I spent, on eggs and bacon, and I gave half of it to the little old lady. Does that qualify me for a Medicaid tax revenue benefit sharing equity? Well, there was that one time that I did sell at a loss on the stock market, this year definitely. So I did have $67,000, and unfortunately I bought into some companies that, an ice cream company and a couple other over-the-counter stocks, that just ended up being, complete, crapola, So I can't possibly have earned that much money. And in fact, as it turns out, in 2003, and this is a true story, folks, in 2003, I wanted to see if I could get money back on my taxes if I didn't earn anything. So if you went through my Social Security records, which you probably couldn't, but I'll just tell you, in 2003 I actually earned $1,945, and I did that by basically what I did was I was a freeloader, and I would go to people's houses, and I'd pay the rent for like 1 month and stay for like 2 or 3 months, and then move on to the next place. And I kept everything that I owned packed in boxes so I could move in the middle of the night and nobody would know, and like the food thing, like everybody, I don't know, everybody, everybody around, whenever you go to, somebody's houses, there's always the canned goods. Nobody eats the canned goods, so I just ate canned goods for an entire year, and it was fun, I said I was really satisfied at the end of the year when I was doing the TurboTax thing, and it was like 2004. I was looking back on 2004 and thinking, or three, and thinking, wow, I actually earned, $1,945, and that was the lowest. I wanted to see how low I could go, and it was like limbo for taxes. I loved it. It was great. Well, thanks for listening. $1,945. That wasn't, that was the lowest year ever. That was my money protest. You read about Abby Hoffman burning money, and this was my TurboTax symbolic money burn. Yeah, true story.
Yeah, that's the quality you've come to expect from the world. I mean, if you think about it, I'm just gonna shut my bathroom door there a second. There I am. Hi, everyone. If you think about it, like, the human race is completely screwed. Let's take a look at me while I brush my teeth. I did this already. I'm gonna brush my teeth a second time for you. Because you can never be too careful with your teeth. You only get one set unless you're rich. And I'm not, so I'm gonna brush them a second time. Alright, enjoy yourself. Have a great time. I'll brush my teeth. This is like $45 toothpaste. It's like extraordinarily expensive. And you have to put it in your mouth for like an hour with one of these. I mean, what would I do? If I was a poor person, I would probably do a bunch of heroin if I had the money anyway. I mean, what do I need $3 million for? It's not like I have anything to pay for, except for, I don't do it on the street. What a great place from second-side pagan penis. And do like that. So do that, huh? And call me up on the phone, doesn't matter anyway. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing will stop me. You can't stop me. We come on over. I got nothing to do next week, no job. I live in the Midwest, the economy's tanking. Been anxious begging the president to do something with human race. You are disgusting. Let's be honest, is there anything that you could possibly want to do? I mean, anything. What a waste of time my adulthood was. We're genius. 156 IQ. I mean, do I ever do physics? Does anybody ever let me build any medical devices? No, I don't have any money to be a doctor. So I really spend all my time sitting at home trying to think of things to get rich on the internet. But there's no way you can't possibly get rich on the internet. You party, hang out, And those who do, they do too many drugs. You can't just go somewhere and play guitar and have everybody sing along. There's no sing-alongs anymore. I wanted to make sure that my teeth, I wanted to make sure that my teeth were properly brushed because I'm in my 30s now, and as I continue to be in my 30s, my teeth begin to bleed more and more. So, as you can see, I don't have any blood in my mouth, and it's all white here, as you can tell. And that's because I've been taking very careful care of my teeth. Now I look like an old man. Send me $1. Send me $5. Send me $10. Don't be afraid to ask for money. You see my extensive collection of mouthwash. Check out my extensive collection of mouthwashes. I try to save my ailing body as it ages. Look at this, I even mix my own. Except it has sugar in it. See, if you put sugar in mouthwash, it doesn't actually help you. Women don't want to get married. There's no kids. You're going to have kids. The world's going to be a desert in like 5 years. So who cares? I have like 3 or 4 different varieties. Anyway, I spend most of my time just worried about how I'm going to get the money to pay for the next month. And then when I get the money to pay for the next month, maybe I have a couple extra bucks, I buy something for myself, and that's it. And then I go back to work. I lose a job as quickly as I get it, and it's not because of me, it's because of them. I also use hydrogen peroxide, which, by the way, I recommend. It helps tremendously stopping my teeth from bleeding.